Hi everyone, welcome to another edition of Inspire and Get Inspired. So today I'm going to tell you a story, an experience with a crystal called Moldavite. So I don't know if you've heard of it. Moldavite is not actually a crystal. It is believed to be a meteorite that fell into Earth, like I think some billion years ago. And the bits and pieces kind of flew all over the place. I think mainly in Russia. And this particular stone is believed to help transform your life. It's supposed to be very, very powerful, very, very energetic. And I got to know about this stone about a couple of years ago, and I really got interested to figure out, what it is and, what would happen to me if I got hold of it. According to my research, I got to know that it expedites your transformation journey. So this was way before I got into Reiki and stuff. And then I started searching for the stone, and then I realized that since I live in Arizona and Sedona is a place where people kind of sell a lot of crystals, I tried my luck there. And this Moldavite is kind of like a green bottle kind of look, and they do sell a lot of fake ones, so you want to be careful. And there is a technique to kind of figure out, by looking through it into the light and kind of see, like you'll see some cell formations. So I went to Sedona after trying through a couple of stores. Finally, I found a store where it's called Crystal Magic. I think it's right by the airport. It's across the Mesa Airport section. And I found it there. When I touched it, I could just feel that energy. So I was like, yep, I'm taking it home. So I was really, really excited. I brought it home. I just wanted to keep holding onto it. I would put it under my pillow, put it in my pocket, and finally I made it into a pendant and I started wearing it. And the first week itself, what I observed was like people from my past started kind of out of the blue just contacting me. And there was a friend of mine, whom I really looked up to, like during my high school days. Like I would always say, I wish I was like her, like I just found her so apt, and she was just my inspiration. She was a good friend of mine, and I always never thought I was as good as her. So I had this complex built within me. Anyhow, on that first week, out of the blue, we haven't talked to each other in like 20 years, I would say. She called me and then she just said, how are you doing? And I just want you to know that, I follow you on your Facebook, and I just want you to know that you have such an amazing life, and you've done so good in your life. And just those words kind of just touched my heart, and I kind of reflected on my personal life, and I was like, yes, I have come a long way, and yes, I am living a very good life. It was like a validation for me, and just that blockage of I'm not good enough, kind of went away. And then around the same time, I started having like major problems with my bosses at work. I never have problems with my bosses. Like usually I'm very easy to work with, and I don't create problems. And somehow, I don't know, I mean, just the frequency, the vibration between my bosses and me, we were not, it was just not gelling. So I started having a lot of stress at work, and I would be like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what happened to me. And then my sister mentioned to me, you're still wearing that pendant, right? I said, yes. She said, maybe, the transformation process is coming out so fast that you're not able to handle it. And true enough, I felt like, yep, that's what it is. So I took it off. And believe it or not, as soon as I took it off, everything started subsiding. But then this urge for me to figure out, like, why did this happen, and why was I not, like, this was not the right place for me. And that was my message that I got, right? So I started searching for my passion, and eventually I found Reiki and coaching, and that really makes me happy when I'm able to help somebody at that level, and just recognizing that I'm sensitive to energy, and I do have the ability to kind of play with energy and help people. That in itself was a big finding for me, and I don't think I would have come across this journey if I hadn't gotten this push at this time. Like maybe I would have gone it maybe 10 years, 20 years from now, but that push was like really it was a very hard push. It was not subtle, I tell you. And then I figured out that you have to combine the Moldavite with other grounding stones. So, and lucky enough, my one of my friends, she did a jewelry class, like a girls' night out, and then I went with her and I kind of made my little pendant. So this is my Moldavite. I don't know if you can see it. This green one is my Moldavite. I paired it with a hematite, an amethyst, and a rose quartz. So just to pull down the energy. And ever since then, I keep this. This is like my prized possession, I would say. I keep this with me all the time. Every full moon I charge it, and every time I go to Sedona I make sure I take it with me. Obviously, even though it's in a necklace form, I can't wear it for too long because it does kind of impact me in certain ways. Like I get dizzy and just tired, so I have to take it off. It's very, very noticeable. So if you guys want to try it, I mean, I would say, just be aware that things will move fast. Things that are not supposed to be in your life will start disappearing, or it'll just come right at your face. So you have to be really prepared and aware of what's going around you when you decide to buy this crystal or the stone that I would say. So and do make sure you do find a lot of stuff in the internet, and I mean, just make sure it's a reliable site, because when you go personally, I would definitely suggest to put the crystal in your hand and just see how it feels. Does it give you that vibration? Does it give you that, like a warm feeling or cold feeling? If it doesn't, then maybe that's not the right stone. So I would prefer you go and actually hand buy this particular one. The rest of the crystals, I mean, is genuine. Also, this is very expensive, so be careful when you go hunting for Moldavite. All right, I hope you enjoyed this session, and if you like the stuff that I keep presenting, don't forget to subscribe and like my channel. All right, thank you.